everybody, I'm Laura and I'm a 42-year-old fourth year medical student, and I am just finishing my first month trying the zero-based budgeting cash stuffing method to get my finances organized and a little bit more sane, to teach myself how to save money again, how to know where my money is going. And I just wanted to share how that first month has gone and also see how much I was able to save towards my goals. So that's basically the outline of the video. How much did I save? We're gonna go through my savings challenges and pull them and see how much I saved, and then talk about what I've learned so far, and then if there are any changes that I'm gonna make to my system for the coming month. All right. So, how much did I save? Let's see. So, here is my box with my savings challenges in it. And actually, we're gonna start with the 118 envelope challenge. So most of you have only heard of the 100 envelope challenge. Because I'm a nerd, I decided that instead of doing 100 envelopes, I would do 118, because there are 118 elements in the periodic table of elements, and I thought it would be fun to use the periodic table as a tracker for that, because each of the elements has an atomic number from 1 to 118. So what I do is I use this book and I choose, I figure out how much money I want to put in, and then I choose elements that add up to that, and then I share some information about that particular element. So I just took a normal 100 envelope challenge binder and I just added 18 more spaces to it with a couple of envelopes. So let's figure out how much I've saved so far. Okay, so we have 80 plus 110 plus 111 plus 90 plus 96 plus 100 equals 587. Now this is going to my savings for moving, because at the end of fourth year, I'm gonna have to move to where my residency is. So I'll graduate as a physician and I will move to my next training, which is residency. And I find out where that is by opening an envelope in March, and they just tell me, and that's where I go. It's pretty crazy, but it can be really expensive to move, right? First, last deposit, moving your stuff. So I'm trying to save between $7,000 and $10,000 for that. So far we got 587, which is great. And then let's check out monthly. Okay, so I got these monthly trackers from Wild House. I think it's called Wild House Budgeting or something like that. And I was able to do almost all of it, which is pretty good, because I didn't have all 4 weeks, because I started in the middle of June. And because I'm traveling this year to do my away rotations, I'm using prop money. That's why this is not real money. These all 20s. Okay. Okay, here we go. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47, That's $247. Okay, $247. In monthly. And I'm gonna split that between my emergency savings challenge. I'm trying to get that to $1,000, and to my match day. So on that match day in March, I'm gonna find out where I'm gonna go for residency, and then I also wanna find out how much I've saved. I want it to be like a surprise at the end, and I wanna take a trip. So I'm gonna split that up. We'll do 124 in emergency and 123 in match. Okay, and then we will replace this with July. And then block drop, which I only just started last week, so I've had 2 weeks on it. We're gonna clear that out and keep going with that challenge. Let's see, there's 5s, 2s, 2s, 1s. Okay, we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. 36, that's an easy split of 18 and 18. And that's going to be it for what goes into emergency. So that's 12, 4, 142, and then we'll just check the math. 124 plus 18, 142, awesome. And then 123 plus 18 equals, that equals 141. So I'm gonna move $142 into my emergency bucket, and then we're gonna continue on here. So for the Flock My Life roll and save from Life Over Debt, looks like we were able to save 7. And then in my 5s and 1s from Breathe In Budget, got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. All right, so we have 141 plus 7 plus 38 equals 186. Cool. So I'm gonna send this 186 to my mystery Amex high yield savings account that I don't look at, so I don't see the total as it comes up. All right, so now have we reached any milestones? And what I mean by milestones is, so I made this like gaudy dashboard to put on top of my savings challenges there, and on the other side is this basically for my 3 savings goals, and these are going to have milestones added to them. So I'm adding my money to June, so I get to put a stone here. And looks like for emergency 142, I have reached 100, so I'm gonna put a stone there. And then for my goal for moving for residency, I have not yet reached 1,000, so I don't get to put anything there. But that's all right. So let's glue those on with my Gorilla Glue. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not, but we're gonna try it. Whoop. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's hope that dries nicely. Okay, so now we know how much I saved. I guess I could add it all up. 587 plus the 142 plus the 186 equals a total of $915. That's awesome. Great. Okay, and we did milestones, so yeah, we've got this, and we've got a month. So what did I learn? I think it's super interesting. I have developed this like love for the physical nature of the cash. Like, I sometimes open my wallet and like take out the cash, or I just count it, I look at it, I bring it out, I like to like feel it, I like to think about it. Like, it's so weird, and I love paying with it. I think in this day and age, everything is so digital and external from us. There's not like a physical nature to it. And I don't know, maybe it's because I was born in 1982, but I really have found that I miss the physical aspect, the physical world, and the physical aspect of money. And that's funny because I was an early adopter of all things digital. I worked in the tech sector as my first career and everything, but now I'm really enjoying that. And then I've also found that I've become like much more motivated to try to save money, because I want to use it for my, challenges. I want to have it in my wallet, be able to touch it, feel it, all of that kind of stuff. And it reminded me of when I quit smoking. So when I was in my previous career, before my brain injury, I was actually very good with my money and very good at saving. I went to all sorts of lengths in order to save money so I could retire, like early retire. And to the point that like I lived in a van when I was working at a tech company making, over $100,000 a year. I lived in a van so I could save over 80% of my money. And I did that for a few years and then was able to retire and go travel the world for a while. So I did some pretty crazy things, but it was totally worth it, right? So I had like a lot of self-control, but then I had a brain injury later on, and my self-control is like gone down significantly because of where my brain injury was. So this is like my way of relearning and trying to gain that back. But something that I learned from that entire process, the way that I started that and was able to make all of those changes to save all of that money and change my lifestyle, my spending habits, was because I started tracking what I was spending. Because I hated my job, I didn't want to keep doing it, I didn't find that it was very rewarding, and so I wanted to get out of it as soon as possible. So I knew I needed to save as much as I could. So I started tracking my expenses to see where my money was going, to see where I could cut back. And I saw how much I was spending every month on smoking. I was a smoker. And as soon as I saw, I think it was like almost $200 a month I was spending on cigarettes, I was like, wow, if I could just quit this habit, which is obviously bad for me, I could save over $200 a month just right there. And almost instantly I quit cold turkey and was able to move on. And that was one of the things that made me realize how powerful money is, and how powerful it is as a motivator for me personally. I know not everybody is motivated by money, but learning that for myself and try not to think of it as a negative and use that as a positive, it reminded me, in light of all of just thinking about what I was learning so far in this process, it reminded me that, something that I'm having a lot of trouble doing right now and being consistent about is studying for my board exams. So I have already taken one of my board exams this last month, but I want to take another one. It's not required, but it will help make me more competitive for residency. And so that is scheduled for the 17th of August. And so I want to do as well as possible, but I need to like consistently study every day. Now, one of the problems is that I'm now starting my away rotations, where I'm like trying out 4 residency programs at some very prestigious programs actually. And so that takes at least 40 hours a week, if not more. And so I'm going to need to be really, really good about using my time when I'm not there to study. And I would love it if I could get like 6 to 8, 8 hours is really, really pushing it, but like at least 6 hours a day studying for board exams. But it's very, very hard to do that. So I thought, how can I use like this system, which has been so motivating to me, to help myself study? And so the things that I found is like I really love like the coloring in, visual tracking of things, and I really just like, I'm so motivated by like the physical money, right? So what I started to do was, for every hour that I study, I get to color in one of these things on here, right? And every day I'm picking like a color to do that. And I keep track of how many hours. And so I just started there, and it still wasn't like doing it for me. So I decided to add the money element in. So I'm keeping around some cash, some $1 bills. And I think I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So like maximum 8 hours of studying in a day. And for every hour that I study, I get to pull $1 out, and I keep it out so I can see it. And so that hopefully when I'm done with that hour and I take my little break, I see like, oh, there's all these other ones that are waiting for you that you can pull out, that you can earn. And so I did that yesterday, and it was very helpful. I think I got at least 1 or 2 more hours in than I would have otherwise, because I'd be like, you know, eating my lunch or whatever, and I could just keep watching more YouTube videos or talking on the phone or whatever. But it's like, no, I can get another $1 if I just study more. Just $1 motivated me. And what I decided was that at least for the next couple months, I'm gonna allot myself $40 a week for groceries, and then all my other spending in my wallet, I'm going to have come from this challenge. So however many hours I study in a week, that's how much extra money I get for like going out to eat, for any like hobby stuff or extra grocery spending or whatever, like, you know, the wallet spending. And we'll see how that works, but that's what I'm gonna try. So far, 5. Yesterday I studied for 5 hours. I got $5 for next week's wallet. And so those are the changes. So let me know what you thought about this video in my first month of cash stuffing, and thanks for being here so far and watching this new cash stuffer. Definitely comment and say hi. Let me know how you're doing, and if you could subscribe, that would be great too. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.